Tyson Forrester, Noah Cates, and Bobby Brink out on the ice. Are you excited to kind of be able to see that line in action tonight?
Yeah, really excited. I think heard a lot about that line last year, chemistry-wise, and even noticed, I know it's a small sample size, just the morning skate, just you ask for something, they do it pretty detailed. They're pretty detailed. So that's what coaches love guys like that because it kind of sets the pace. So yeah, I'm excited to see Tyson play.
I assume the fact that he's in, there's 2 more games after this, you guys have to be pretty happy with the progress he's made coming off the injury.
Yeah, I think he works extremely hard on his rehab. Give him a lot of credit. Doesn't surprise me. He's a character kid.
I know with Jet Luchenko, I know the organization has always liked his attention to detail, some of the little things he does. But for a guy like that, if he's going to make the team, do you need to see him pop a little more offensively?
Yeah, I think he's got to get a little more aggressive in his thinking offensively too. He's you like the intelligence of thinking, but you can't think too much. I think he's got to have a mentality of a pass to him and a shot mentality. I think he's looking to pass all the time, and I think if he does that, it'll help him be aggressive on the offensive side. And like I said, he's he hasn't played a lot of games, so he needs reps. So we got to get him a lot of reps and see where he goes. But obviously there's a lot to like about him.
With Rodrigo Abels, he's playing again tonight. What's kind of the thought process to have him play all these games?
Well, we have 7 preseason games, and sometimes you have to pick 2 or 3 guys that you're going to play. So we're trying to find some guys to lock down some positions. Plus, he can play center, and that helps. If somebody's out, you can put him at center. So usually you like to have when a guy can play dual, sometimes he usually gets the extra games.
Fair to say that gives him like a leg up on maybe a roster spot because of the versatility?
Well, I mean, I put it this way. I mean, if you have 2 guys that are even, you usually go to the guy that is a dual. But that's just that's for down the road. But it is good to have a guy that's dual, sure.
How big of a game is this for the defenseman on the bubble? It seems like there's a lot of guys battling that are in this game roster tonight.
Yeah, we're looking for people to separate themselves, and so far we haven't seen that yet. But like I said, it's been a camp where there's a lot of games and there's a lot of game in between games, and so all fairness to them, a little bit of a different thought process, system change. So sometimes you're watching guys thinking too much, and that's the problem sometimes. So hopefully guys get aggressive in their reads and what we want to do. And you're looking for guys who can pick up things too quickly. Something might happen in a game where you have to adjust. So you're looking for that too. So yeah, we're looking for those guys.
We didn't get a chance to ask you after the game on Saturday about the guys, the defensemen who were battling for spots, specifically Granz and Jennings. Did you like their games? Did you like things about their games on Saturday?
Yeah, I think it's a mixed bag. There's some stuff you like and some stuff you don't. I think obviously, and there's some system stuff too. But there's details of the feet, the surfing, the squashing plays, the movability on the blue line to make some plays. I mean, you're looking at all that, but you're also looking for smart plays at the right time. That's what you're looking for every player. So you're looking for improvement, and that's I thought Jennings had some good moments for us. I'm not going to go through each guy, but for the evaluation part, I thought he's had good moments. Can you stay consistent? Consistency is the toughest part for D-man looking for that to break through.
What's kind of that message to guys? Because you have guys who are trying to battle for roster spots. You just said there could be some overthinking, right? So how do you balance that where a guy's going to try maybe push a little too much at times to make that to impress, and then but also you want them to learn the systems, but also they might be overthinking.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's a tough thing for those guys because there is a system. Sometimes it's like, but there's also a good old fashioned. Your job's to squash that play. You got to show us something that you're willing to go in there and squash the play. So there's a balance. Yeah, I don't think you can use the excuse all the time. Oh, well, I didn't know the system, and then you're not getting in there. So it's something that we got to, they got to figure out too. It's the game of hockey, and there's sometimes you just got to be. It's a hockey play. You got an angle on a guy. Pucks for grabs, if you get good body position, we'll get that puck. I think that those are the things that we're looking for, is people that can squash plays and play good defensive hockey for us in that role.
Regarding the goalies, is Dan Bedard going to get the full game?
Yeah, he'll play the full game.